Nature can be pretty scary. Predators such as snakes, piranhas, and jaguars have certainly produced their fair share of nightmares across the globe. But carnivorous animals aren't the only thing you should be worried about on your occasional hikes through the forest. In fact, some of the most dangerous life forms on Earth may be found in your own backyard. In this video, I will go through some of the most dangerous plants on the face of the Earth.
You ain't the only thing I ever loved! You're a monster and so am I.
Number 1. Poison hemlock. If you enjoy breathing, then poison hemlock is definitely not a plant you want mixed into your tea. The plant is known to cause dysfunction in the respiratory muscles. Consuming only 6 of its leaves is enough to cause severe paralysis of the lungs. When untreated, this will very likely result in death. Livestock such as horses and cows may unknowingly eat the plant, and those that do so during pregnancy produce offspring with severe birth defects. This plant was widely used in poisons among the ancient Greeks to execute prisoners. Its most famous use was in the trial and execution of the famous Greek philosopher Socrates. Thankfully, execution by hemlock is no longer a common practice. Number 2. Water hemlock. Like its land-bound cousin, water hemlock is a very deadly plant indeed. Its name comes from the wet, marshy areas in which it normally grows. Its first symptoms upon consumption include vomiting, abdominal pain, dizziness, and confusion. Later complications include brain swelling, blood coagulation, intense seizures, hallucinations, comatose, and kidney failure. Let's just say this is a plant you want to avoid entirely. Number 3. Aconite. Aconite. Now that just sounds deadly, like something that would kill even a superhero. Its poison comes from its roots, which contain the deadly alkaline pseudoconidine. This plant was used by many cultures throughout history for its, let's just say, deadly capabilities. Poison arrows made from aconite have been used by the Monaro people of Kashmir to hunt ibexes and the Ainu of Japan to hunt bears. The Aleuts of Alaska even use the paralytic properties of aconite in whaling harpoons. Now, if this plant is strong enough to paralyze a whale, it's best that us tiny little humans avoid it like the plague. Number 4. Angel's trumpet. Now, despite Angel's trumpet's heavenly name, it is not a flower you want to keep in your garden. Its leaves and seeds are rich in tropane alkaloids, which, upon ingestion, will lead to paralysis, confusion, constipation, headaches, delusions, hallucinations, and death. This is not a trumpet you want to put near your lips. Its hallucinations are so violently unpleasant, one man who drank its leaves in a tea cut off his own private parts and tongue. If you plan on having children one day, or even simply enjoy the taste of food, please do not fall prey to the angel's alluring trumpet. Number 5. The sandbox tree. Now, despite its childish name, this is a tree you don't want to play with. In fact, this tree is explosively dangerous. The pumpkin-shaped fruits of this tree will explode when ripe, hurtling seeds like bullets over 70 meters per second. Now, we've seen plants on this list that will paralyze you and kill you, but shoot you? But even if fruit grenades don't make you want to avoid this plant, its sap, which can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and even blindness, certainly will. This is a sandbox you don't want to let your children play with. Number 6. The manchineel tree. The manchineel tree is so deadly, Spanish-speaking natives of Central America where the plant grows refer to it as Manzanilla de la Muerte, or Little Apple of Death, a name which it quite deserves. Mere contact with this tree's white milky sap can cause severe skin irritation and rashes, but this plant's tiny green fruit is really what you need to avoid. Consumption will result in severe inflammation of the throat and airway, making it very difficult and excruciatingly painful to breathe and eat food. This plant was used by Native Americans in Florida to create poison arrows, which is what killed Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon in 1521. Now, thankfully for modern Floridians such as myself, this plant is an endangered species here. Number 7. Castor bean. last, but certainly far from least, we have the castor bean. Now this is a plant that just looks menacing. Its spiky flowers look like the heads of morning stars and are equally just as deadly. Its poisonous properties come from its seeds, which contain the highly potent neurotoxin known as ricin. Ricin works by causing cells to stop synthesizing protein, a molecule needed to support virtually all life on Earth. Symptoms associated with the consumption of ricin include nausea, difficulty swallowing, vomiting blood, bloody diarrhea, bloody urine, pretty much bloody everything. Only 4 of its seeds are strong enough to kill an adult human. And that's about it for this video. My question for you guys is, which plant did you find the most interesting? And please post your answers in the comments below. Hopefully you found a lot to like, and if you did, please remember to support this channel by liking and sharing this video, as well as subscribing to the InsaneTube channel. I'm happy to take any suggestions placed in the comments. Thanks for watching, and please keep in mind to avoid exploding fruits.